Are Colombian women crazy? One minute, you think you found the Colombian girl of your dreams. She's beautiful, she's kind, she's affectionate. She pretends to think that your broken Spanish is cute. She even laughs at your jokes. Maybe you could even stop jerking off to the AI girlfriend. And the next minute, you're lying face down in a Medellin back alley with your hands tied behind your back and blood pouring out of a bullet hole in your head. The sad truth is, man, dating in Colombia isn't dangerous. You just need to have a good head on your shoulders and know what to look for. And that's why we're going to go through the 7 red flags that every tourist and expat must know before they come out here and start dating the Colombian girls. If you want to live happily ever after and not break your family's hearts and have to get sent home in a box, this is the video you need to watch. What's up, guys? I'm DJ. I've been living out here in Colombia for over 10 years. I'm a business owner, a husband, a father to 3 beautiful kids, and I'm here to give you the information you need to have a happy, successful life in Colombia. Red flag number 1. If she seems too good to be true, sorry, bro, but she probably is. If she's way out of your league, if you're like a 5 or a 6 and she's like a 9 or a 10 and she's like super into you and she thinks you're amazing and she laughs at all your dumb jokes, then she may not have the best of intentions. I'm sorry to break it to you. I know you've heard like all the passport bros and all the like Colombian YouTubers saying, come to Colombia and all the women will just fall at your feet and they'll just think you're amazing just because you're from like North America or you're from Europe, whatever. But the fact is, the decent Colombian women, which is like the majority of them, they do have self-respect and they're not just going to fall over themselves. Sorry, man, but you got to be realistic. If she's way out of your league, tread carefully, man, because she may have other plans in store for you. Red flag number 2, if she is super jealous and possessive and controlling, then red flag. Let me tell you a little story. So when I first came out here to Colombia, I had no idea what the culture was like. I made so many mistakes. I met this girl, really intense relationship. From the first moment, she was super jealous and possessive. She was asking me for the password to my phone and asking to look through my contacts and my messages. I thought that was kind of weird, but I thought, oh, maybe it's a Colombian thing. No, turns out her husband wasn't happy about our relationship. She had told me about her husband, but she told me that they were separated. And apparently she kind of forgot to tell her husband that they were separated. So I turn up in this like small Colombian town, and this Colombian guy's like, who the hell is this? Who's this guy going out with my wife? He had no idea that they were separated. She had been playing him, she'd been playing me. The jealousy, the possessiveness, like being really untrusting. That's a really good sign that the girl herself is up to some funny, shady business, because people who are honest generally are trusting until they have good reason not to trust you. So if a girl is like really distrusting and really jealous and possessive, that's a bit of a red flag and could be a sign that there's something kind of dodgy going on in her personal life. A decent, honest Colombian woman is not going to be like that. My wife was never like that when I met her. If you meet a girl and she's like that, then that's a big red flag. Red flag number 3, love bombing, very open to sex right away, super into you, super quickly. That is a massive red flag. It's either a sign that she has some kind of ulterior motive and she's trying to hook you in and get you to like relax and like feel like there's something going to happen here, or it means that she is a very desperate and emotionally unstable woman with not very good morals. So either way, that's a woman that you want to avoid. Red flag number 4, huge red flag. If she wants to meet in your house or your hotel, Colombian women don't do that. If you're talking to someone on like Tinder or you've just met a girl and you're like texting each other and she says, oh, why don't I come to your Airbnb or I can come to your hotel? Bro, do not allow that. That is a huge red flag. That is a very, very well-known modus operandi of the criminal gangs who send girls out to meet expats and foreigners. They meet them in their hotel and they drug them with scopolamine, which is a drug that they put in your drink, and it makes you fall asleep or it makes you really spaced out and very docile. You can wake up like a day or even 2 days later and you feel like weird and hungover. And then while you're completely debilitated, they're going to rob all the stuff in your house. The reason they want to come to your house or your hotel is because you're going to have a lot more valuable stuff there. You're probably going to have your laptop and your computer and phone. If you do make the massive mistake of inviting a girl who you've only just met to your house or to your Airbnb, make sure they give their ID at the front desk. Hopefully, you're staying in a place with a front desk with security, and tell the doorman that they cannot leave without you present. Okay. Generally, I would say just don't invite girls you've only just met to your house, man. Like if all you're looking for is sex, you're not dating for the right reasons. In my experience, dating just for sex is going to lead to catastrophe every single time. It's going to lead to bad relationships, bad experiences, and bad consequences. Ultimately, family and marriage and having a stable, loving relationship is what it's all about. Number five. Now, this is an important one, and this is something that almost no one talks about. If the girl you're dating can't handle being told no, that is a huge red flag. I would say it's highly recommended that when you're dating a girl and you're just getting to know each other, say no as often as you can. Get her used to you saying no to her. Don't fall into the trap. You're in the beginning phase. You really like this girl. She's absolutely gorgeous. You want to have a relationship with her. Don't fall into the trap, man, of being a simp. Don't just say yes to everything she wants to do and everywhere she wants to go. If she can't handle that, if you say no to her about something, no, I can't go out tomorrow night. I'm busy. No, I'm busy. I'm working right now. I can't talk right now. If she can't handle hearing no, sulky or throws a tantrum or gets stroppy or starts to be, like passive aggressive or at best emotional immaturity and a lack of like social skills, and at worst, it could be a sign that she's got some ulterior motives. In my experience, the girls who don't handle hearing the word no well are not the kind of girls that you want to be having a long-term relationship with. Number six, this is an easy one. This should be so glaringly obvious that I shouldn't even need to giving her money. If you've just been out on a date, you're just in the first couple of weeks or couple of months, and she starts hitting you with the sob story. Abuela is in the hospital, her cousin is ill, her car broke down, her dog died, all this kind of like sob stories, like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If she asks you for money, that is a huge red flag. In my experience, this has happened to me. I would recommend politely just say, no, I can't help you. And usually, if all they're interested in is getting money out of you, then they will kind of remove themselves from your life without you really having to do anything. You don't need to accuse them of being a gold digger. Are you trying to scam me? No, you just say, no, I can't help you. Sorry. And don't explain yourself. Don't apologize. Her reaction will tell you everything you need to know, because if she reacts badly to that, then you know that she is unreasonable. She doesn't have social skill or emotional maturity, or she's a scam artist and she's trying to. Now, here's an important point about this that a lot of guys don't get, because they'll say, but she didn't actually ask me for the money, I offered it. They will give you their sob story and say how they will talk about how they really need money and they don't know what they're going to do. Some of it may be true, and they won't ask you directly for the money, but they will give you this elaborate sob story knowing that you are able to help them. And so they're kind of trying to guilt trip you, because if you offer, they can say, hey, I didn't ask you for this money. You offered to give this money. They are manipulating you and they're counting the goodness of your heart to offer them money. Most of us guys, if a girl we're dating is going through some difficulties, then we're going to want to help her out. Now, I'm not saying don't ever help a girl out. If you're dating a girl, you should pay for like all the dates and everything. But there's a difference between being a gentleman, being chivalrous, and her trying to guilt you into offering her money. That shows manipulation and it shows deceit. Now, here's how to tell the difference whether she's trying to manipulate you or scam you, or whether she's a decent girl, is if she just asks you directly to help her and she just explains the circumstances, particularly if there's a way that you can verify. If she says her abuela is in the hospital, say, okay, well, like, let me come and visit her with you. We can take her some flowers. If she honestly needs your help and she wants to ask you for help, she will just come out and say it, and she'll probably feel quite embarrassed about it. But in general, a girl who's just met you and she's asking you for money, that's a massive red flag. And I would probably advise you to step very carefully on that one. Those are the most important 7 red flags that you need to look out for when you're dating women out here in Colombia. If you follow my advice, and bro, I'm talking from experience here, I've been out here for a long time, I know how things work, then it's very unlikely that you're going to get into trouble out here. Colombia is a great place full of amazing women. So make sure you look out for the red flags. And if you don't go on dates with girls of questionable moral status, then you're generally going to be fine. Check out this video next if you want to understand what Colombian women are actually looking for in a guy and why they love going on dates with expats.